Go live.
Yeah, I did.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It, episode 32. I know on the short yesterday, I talked about some changes to the show. We still got GLB on as our resident SDQL guy. GLB's a genius, man. So
Word.
had him on, yep. And I just wanted to introduce Can't Stop the Cap TV, man. He's going to be a permanent member of the show. We linked up last week and talked, and the conversation has been awesome, man. So he's coming to the show to drop his knowledge, drop his plays. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He's a pretty sharp capper, and just good to have you, brother.
Bro, thank you again for the opportunity to be on the show with you, man. Like, I'm definitely excited to drop these plays. I've been wanting to come back on YouTube for a minute. So, honestly, things couldn't have lined up any better.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm actually not even at home, man. I'm up here visiting my wife's parents up here in Cleveland, so I escaped to they don't got no air conditioner, bro.
Dead.
And where they live, it's not bad, but when it's humid outside, and I've been in the house all day, I need some air conditioning. I didn't know how to tell my wife that. I just had to get out the house and get air conditioning.
Bro, I know what it's like, bro. Here in New York, the humidity hits so hard. New York in the summertime is awful, man. When the humidity hits, you got to run and find your closest AC.
For real, man. So I had to get out the house, bro. But let's get to these plays, man.
For sure.
Out of the 13 teams in the W, 12 of them are playing tonight. We got 6 games. And to be honest with you, man, I've got plays in every single one. I haven't had a volume a day with this much volume since I was making women's college picks. So I'm real excited about the plays I've got, and I want to hear some of your insight too. So let's get to it. We're going to go in reverse order today. So when I say reverse order, the late games first, and then the early games toward the end. So we're going to get into the first game, Storm and Sparks. This opened up, I'm pretty sure this opened up at Storm minus a half a point, but it's ballooned all the way to 8.5.
That's so crazy.
Huh?
That's so crazy that it opened there compared to where it is right now.
Yeah, crazy. I almost took it at a 3.5 yesterday, but I just forgot. And then it went up to 8.5 with the news that Plum and Odyssey Sims are going to be out. So the play that I moved on, and I actually got a better number than what I was going to get with it, is the Storm team total over 81.5. This Storm team, they don't play any defense. They just don't. They're one of the worst defensive teams in the W. The Storm are coming off a loss, an unexplainable loss to the Vouch, their last time out. And with Plume and Sims both out, they weren't very good defensively in their backcourt anyway. And I feel like the Storm are going to be able to get whatever they want. The Storm are, as far as their percentage of their points in the paint, the Storm ranked 4th. So as far as their percentage of points coming in the paint, they get a lot of their points in the paint. And the Sparks are terrible at defending it. They are 8th in defending the paint as far as points per game. So I just feel like the Storm are going to be pissed. I think they're going to be able to get whatever they want against this Sparks team. I believe this total opened, their team total opened at 83.5, and I was able to get it at 81. So that's a play that I like. Yeah. You got any thoughts on this game, bro?
So I didn't get around to full on capping this game yet, I really wish I would have just took the number yesterday. If only I had a crystal ball, can see that these players are going to be out. But it's always like that, right? Um, the Storm, I like the Storm, obviously, to win here today because the Sparks don't play no defense. But I don't trust the Storm on the spread, especially after that unexplainable loss in that last game. Like, that didn't make any sense. Although, I think people are sleeping on the Valkyrie. The offense isn't all the way there on the Valkyrie, but this team's defense is zeroed in. And I think people have been underestimating this defense for practically all season. But I like your play. With the team total, I think that might be the safest way to play this game if you want to play the Storm. Because the Sparks play zero defense. The Storm will have to be motivated coming into this game off of a loss. I mean, who wouldn't be? So, yeah, honestly, I'm going to tell you on that one. I like that play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's hit the I don't got any player props in this one either. So we're going to hit the next one. Now, mind you, I got these plays yesterday. So the number on a lot of these are already going. Bounce and wings. I believe the wings opened up -1.5. That's where I got it. This went up to 3.5. Total sits at 164.5. So this is, I mean, literally a spot play for me. The Valks come in, have won 3 in a row. And I feel like the Wings are overdue for a win. They blew that game against Vegas. They were up 11 late in the game. I mean, their coach is an idiot, if you ask me. With his gay ponytail. It's something about that. But this is strictly a spot play. I just feel like the Wings are overdue for a win. The Valks have, their roster. I mean, even though they beat the Storm the other day, their roster has still been gutted for players going over for Eurobasket. So I just feel like the Valkyries are too hot for my taste, and I feel like the Wings are overdue. So I grabbed them at -1.5. Of course, it's already that number's gone. So I wouldn't play it at 3.5. I like them winning by a bucket, but that's kind of what I got on that one. Were you able to take a look at this game, find anything that you might have liked?
So I looked at this game and I started and stopped right at the injury report, honestly. Once I saw that injury report, I was like, nah, man, because for me, when the injury report's that loaded, I don't know what these lineups or what these teams look like with so many players missing. So it's kind of hard for me to judge. So I just said, you know what, there's better games on the board. I'm gonna just pass on this one for now.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and I didn't do any player props in this game too, or either. I feel like the other games I've got props and better sides on, but this Wings play is strictly a spot play. I feel like they're overdue.
I think I only have one player prop on the whole board today in the Aces game, I believe.
You said in the Aces game?
Yeah.
And that's actually, not next on the board, but Mystics at Sky. This was another one. The number I got on it is gone. I got Mystics -2.5. Total is 155. Now I did take a player prop in this one. I'm gonna see if I can't share my screen. I took Angel Reese under her 3.5 assists.
You took the queen of the me bounds?
Queen of the me bounds, under 3.5 assists. So let me share my screen. Gonna head over to Outlier real quick, and if you look at just her assist numbers, over the course of the last few games, we're talking a 70% hit rate on the under, 70% hit rate on the under. She had 11 that last game, but I mean it was against the Sun. The Sun are by far, aside from Dallas, one of the worst teams in the W.
Definitely.
If you look closely against her position, the Mystics rank first in assists allowed, giving up to that position. So I know they're trying to include Angel more in the offense and include her, as far as playmaking. But I feel like these, like this 11 assists, these 5 assists. Anytime she's had went over this line 4, she finished with 3 the next game. 5, she finished with 2, and then you got 2, 2, 3, 3, and then she bust out with 11. So I just feel like
that's crazy. 11 assists is insane.
Right. So I think she's going to be due for some regression this game. So I really like the Angel Reese look under 3.5 assists. And once again, I also took the Mystics minus 2.5. I think they bounced back from getting blown out. The Sky are coming off a win. I don't trust them even at home coming off a win. So once again, another spot play. I took the Mystics. Minus 2.5. You got anything on this one, bro?
So I looked briefly into this game, and I didn't decide to play anything on this game. If I had to play, actually, I might still play the Mystics, honestly. It seems like it's the perfect spot for a bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't trust the Chicago Sky, not even a little bit. I trusted them even less when is it Vandersloot? Yeah. Vandersloot when she went down. So, I don't know. I can't make plays on the Sky. It would only be the Mystics for me personally.
Yeah, their offense has really looked a mess, and I think even though this is a road game for the Mystics, I do think this is a step up in talent. From the Sky playing against Connecticut the other day. So my looks on this game: Mystics minus 2.5, and Angel Reese under her 3.5 assists. Now let's get to the meat of this, the fun.
Oh yeah, I got some plays on these games.
Next one up. Aces at Lynx. Before we get into this one real quick, got a couple of comments. Jacob, my brother, what's up in the chat?
What's up, Jacob?
Double Jeezy, appreciate the support, brother. Let's get it. Let's get it. Phil said cat can't stop the cat being killing it. We know that.
Yeah, I do what I can, man. I do what I can.
So yeah, we had to hit a few of those comments. Thanks for the support. Like,
for sure.
Comment, subscribe, everybody. Share it with your guys. If you are in a group chat or WhatsApp chat, whatever it is, man, just share the show.
That's right, man. Spread the word so these picks can get to everybody.
Tell everybody.
Some crazy streaks lately, man.
You said you've been on a crazy streak lately?
I've been on a couple crazy streaks lately, not for nothing, man. I came off last month a 10-0 run. Recently, a 19-3 run over the course of a week and some change. And then yesterday and the day before, coming off 2 back-to-back 2-0 days. So we cashing right now, man. WNBA paying the bills.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's keep that energy, bro. We cashing this bitch.
For sure.
So the next game, we got Aces at Lynx. I don't know what this opened at. I know I saw it before, but right now it's at Lynx laying a 13 at home. Total sitting at 161 and a half. Or no, just 161. I want to hear your plays on this first, brother.
So when I looked at this game, my first thought was instantly to take the Lynx because, no Aja. So instantly want to fade the Aces somehow, some way. But I couldn't get to the side with, with the lines that are given. So I decided to play a player prop in this game. I'm actually going back to the well on this because I played this, I want to say like a few weeks ago, and it cashed easily. I'm going with Jackie Young under her 19.5 points. My only regret is that I didn't get it at 20.5 when it opened. When she's on the road, she has a serious problem on the road. Like, she is just not getting her points. I got a little concerned with Asha being out. Maybe her production will go up and, maybe she see the line. But when I looked into it, I didn't see anything that would stop me from playing this play. I really like it. It's my favorite play in the game. And I think this is going to be one that I could honestly sit back and just wait to cash.
I'm with you on that one, man. The Lynx are an excellent defensive team.
Yup.
And, the Aces without Asia, now the Lynx can load up defenders on everybody else. It's gonna be extremely difficult. Extremely difficult for her to get going. I actually made 3 plays in this game.
3?
I made 3.
Let's go.
I took the Aces team total under 77.5 yesterday. Even that was before I even knew if Asia was playing or not. This Aces team is not good, bro. Like, they have no depth. They haven't had depth for a couple of years, but now it's catching up to them. The Jewel Lloyd experiment is starting to look worse by the day. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, you don't have Asia Wilson. Like, you are not going to score 78 points against this defense. You're just not. So I grabbed that number at 77 yesterday. I feel like it's dropped all the way down to 73 from what I saw.
Oh no, I was just about to say I'm about to tail that with you if it's still at 77.
That's why I feel so good about a lot of these plays because, I mean, CLV don't mean shit, right? You got to cash it. But that CLV does make you feel like, you know what, I like my number. I'm on the right side of the number. So,
Very true.
yeah, so I got that at 77.5, under 77.5. I took the Lynx first quarter team total over 21.5. Juice to it. The Lynx are the best offensive rated team in the W in the first quarter. They score 24 points per game in the first quarter. And this number is sitting at 21.5 against the Aces.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
That don't sound right.
That don't sound right.
All right, man. So I absolutely jumped on that 21.5. And I also went and I'm gonna do another one in a second. So just 3 quarters, bro. But one play that I also took as far as a player prop was Chelsea Gray under her 4.5 assists. And I don't have this pulled up on Outlier. I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time trying to get it up. But she's been going under this quite a bit. And with no Asia, she doesn't get to that assist line very often. I think the Lynx are gonna have her and that backcourt bottled up. Because that's all they have. Without Asia in the front court, they really don't have anything there. I just think the Lynx are gonna bottle these chicks up on the perimeter, and I just can't see. I see Chelsea Gray being more possibly a scorer than a facilitator. Somebody's got to get points. So
I agree.
That was plus money. Under 4.5 was plus money, plus 105. So for that game or for this game, Gray under 4.5 assists. Lynx first quarter team total over 21.5, and Aces team total under 77.5.
I really like the Chelsea Gray play because anytime I watch Chelsea Gray play, in a weird way, I always feel like, yo, this girl could play in the NBA. Just because she's a dog, man. Like, she's a dog. Like, she really goes out there and puts it on the line. Like, I like Chelsea Gray. She's definitely a player to watch, but I definitely think she's gonna do more of the scoring role than the facilitating role.
Yeah. And without Asia in there, like I feel like a lot of her assists come from feeding Asia. She knows how to pass to her. She knows how to feed her in the post. And without that, it's like, who are you passing to? So
True.
I feel like she's going to need to score a little bit more than facilitate. So that's why I like that. That's why I like that play.
It's crazy how much this team has changed. The Aces were like the it team for a while, and look at them now.
For real. But they have got to get some depth, man. They didn't have a bench when they won the championship. They literally won that championship with 6 people.
True.
And you can just see the writing on the wall. If you don't go get some bench play, it's not going to be pretty, for the future. So
Very true.
you got anything else on this one, bro?
Nah, nothing else for this one.
Good. Okay. Let's hit this next one, man. Sun and Fever. This is another one that's moved. The Fever opened up as, I believe, 15.5 point favorites. Just went all the way up to 18. I know 17.5 are still out there. The total is 165.5. I do have 2 plays on this game, but do you have anything on this one, bro? If you got something, I want to hear yours first.
I actually think you and I are sharing the same play on this one. I have Connecticut team total under.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I wrestled with this game, no joke, for like 2 hours in my head while I was working today, because I wanted to take the Fever, but I was just like, how do I want to play this team? I don't want to take them on the spread. I thought team total because I figured they want to score a bunch of points, seeing as it's a Commissioner Cup game, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely think they want to put points up on the board. I don't know. I feel like a lot of that's dependent on Caitlin Clark. And if she has an off game, then my team total is blown. But I feel like I'm safer if I play the Sun team total under because the defense should be there, right? They're home. It's an important game. The defense should definitely be there, even if the offense isn't. So I
No,
took the Connecticut Sun team total under. That's the only play I have in this game.
no, I'm totally with you. Give me 1 second. I'm actually trying to bring up something on Outlier because I have a prop play on this one as well.
Nice.
Okay. No, but I'm totally with you. Like that spread, man, is just it's just way too rich for me. Like that's too much.
Yeah, that's
I'm
insane.
with you. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I took the team total under 74 and a half for the feet or for the Sun. But another play I looked at that I made was Marina Mabry under 18 and a half points. It was juiced quite a bit. But I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go to Outlier.
I don't think I've ever made any plays on Mayberry before.
What do you say?
I don't think I've ever made plays on her before.
Facts. If you look at Marina Mabry's points, this is at 17 and a half, what you're seeing on Outlier. I got it at 18 and a half. I feel like that's still available on DraftKings. So if you look at her points, 22, then she has, an off game. Now she had 19, but then followed it up with 26 against the Fever. But that was without Caitlin Clark, obviously. She doesn't matter on defense, but she had a big game. But then after that, 26, 8, 34, 15, 22. I feel like she's going to have an off game. The Fever,
I like
in
it.
this game, 26. The Fever lost that game outright. Although, Caitlin didn't play, they lost that game outright. So I just feel like this is going to be more of a defensive game for the Fever. So I took the under 18 and a half points, and I feel like she's going to probably be in that 15 to 16 range when it's all said and done.
I agree. I like the strategy of how you're reading the trend here. I do that often too when it comes to certain player props. You see the high, the low, the peaks, and the valley, and that it definitely, if you're just playing it based solely off the trend, this says that she is going to have an off game.
Yeah. So I think that this Mabry play, kind of correlates with, the play that we both took with the team total under. So
I agree.
and here's a couple other things just to support that team total under. The Sun only averaged 65 points per game on the road. So once they hit the road, they're just absolute ass. Like there's just no way around it. If they're 3-1-1 to their team total under as away dogs, which they are tonight. So I think we both are, go ahead, bro.
I actually have another play in this game, but I'm going to play it live. I was going to take the Fever team total, right? But I told myself, when I looked at the trend on Moneyballer, which is, I think is my number one tool that I use out of all the tools that I use to handicap games, I saw that the Fever are like, I think 0-4 to their team total in the first half. So I was going to wait and see if maybe the Fever start off a little bit slow on the offense and focus more on the defense, and then see if I can get the Fever at like maybe, let's say 87.5 or better. because I don't think they've scored less than 88 points at home. So I think that's a great spot to take the Fever on the team total if they start out slow. If they just start out hot and rolling, then I would just stick with the Suns. But if I can get an opportunity to take the Fever at a lower team total, I'm definitely going to take it because the trends and stats say that they turn it up in the second half.
And also, this is a Commissioner Cup game too, so I don't know what the standings are for the Fever or if they need the points. But it wouldn't surprise me.
I've heard that they do need the points. I've heard they need a bunch of points here.
Yeah. So, were you saying Fever team total over?
Yeah, if I can get it better than like 88 and a half. If I can get anything lower than that, I'll take it live.
And they just dropped 100 on the Liberty.
Yep. On the Liberty.
On the Liberty, 100
on the Liberty.
So
I think Caitlin's feeling herself. I mean, she did the whole tongue out on the sideline like Jordan.
Right.
She's on a different plane right now coming back. So I like it.
And she was coming back from injury too, bro. Like, I'm like, what? Like, usually players just kind of ease themselves back into to the rotation and into playing. She came out just and didn't get there.
There is no chill button on Caitlin Clark, and not for nothing. I know a lot of people give a lot of what can I say? A lot of gas to the fire on this Angel Reese Caitlin Clark thing, but we all know Caitlin Clark is leagues better than Angel Reese. The thing that's the best about her is that she doesn't even say anything, right? Like, she doesn't respond in the media. She doesn't take to the socials. She just pulls up like a young Kobe Bryant and just does the damn thing every single time on the court. The game just speaks for itself.
She's a dog, man. She's
different. For sure.
You got anything else on this one, brother?
Nah, that's it.
All right, man. Let's hit this last one. It's getting loud in here. Dream at Liberty. Liberty laying the 8.5. The total is at 162. Liberty coming off their first loss of the season, just like we talked about previously. The Fever just hung 100 on them. I believe they will be pissed.
Yup.
I believe they will be pissed. I made one play on this game, I think, and we were talking about another play, me and you, but
yep.
The thing I made was Liberty first half 3.5. I was able to get that on the ESPN bet. I'm sure that's probably moved at this point.
You got the first half minus 3.5
for the first half.
Wish I caught that. It's at like 5.5 or something now.
Huh?
It's at like -5. It's at like 5.5 now.
I think the last time I looked, it was like 4.5.
Is it? I might still take that.
I mean, I think 4.5 is still good. I think the Dream are going to just. I mean, not the Dream, but for one, the Dream start slow. They are like just notoriously start first half very slow. They didn't the other day against the Mystics. They had a nice little lead going into the half, but I think the Liberty coming off this first loss of the season, they are going to be hot and they are going to take it out on the Dream in the first half.
Yep. It's funny because I confided my bet also to the first half. I have Liberty team total over 41.5 in the first half. Then I also played the Dream team total under, I believe, 37.5. I caught it at, because as we said, the Dream start off really slow, and I think the Liberty are just going to be absolutely pissed coming off of that loss. I'm sure at this point in the season, I'm sure they thought, maybe we take an L somewhere here or there, right? But, you're undefeated. You want to try and see if you can rock that season undefeated, especially after the Lynx loss. You were the only undefeated team. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that means something to them, and I think they're going to come out here and just straight dog walk the Dream. I think they're just going to pull on. And the biggest thing that was a deciding factor, because remember we had talked earlier, I was talking about Jonquel Jones because she was on the injury report. But now that she's confirmed in, I mean, I like Liberty. I like Liberty team total over in the first half. Dream team total under in the first half. I like Liberty spread in the first half. There is just so many bets to like in this one game. I think I spent so much time on this game just because I couldn't believe how many opportunities there were.
I love all the angles, man, especially those first half ones. Like
Yep.
the Liberty are going to score. And here's the thing. The Dream haven't. They've gotten this early season reputation as being a good defensive team, right? And I'm not taking
Mm-hmm.
nothing from them. But lately, it's been coming against a lot of cupcakes, and
True.
they haven't really played a team that is. I'm sure they have, but like recently, they haven't really played a team that has the type of offensive capabilities as the Liberty. And like we both talked about, they coming off a loss,
Yep.
and they kind of got blew out too. They lost like a little
Yep.
bit, so
Yep.
they must have been pissed.
Yep.
Coming
You had
back off.
Caitlin Clark getting whatever she wanted.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying you had in that game, you had Caitlin Clark getting whatever she wanted. She's taunting. You got to feel that as a player, like, nah, we're gonna get back on the track on the next game.
Yeah. So yeah, I got Liberty first half, 3.5. You've got I know you bet the under, the first half under for the Dream. You took the Liberty too?
I took the Liberty over on their points.
Okay. So that kind of correlates with the
The
3.5.
spread, yeah,
I think that's an awesome bet because essentially you are getting you could potentially be getting a 2-for-1. I'm getting the 3.5, and you're gonna get the under and get the over. So I love all
hopefully
these.
it cashes. Hopefully it cashes, man. I like the plays though. I think we're on the right side.
I feel like we are too, man. So this is I think this could shape up to be a really profitable night for me, you, and anybody else that's betting the W tonight, man.
For sure.
When the slate is big and there's a lot going on, I always say, like, be responsible with your units, especially like if you're doing high volume. But I feel good about these plays, man.
Me too. Me
So
too. I'm just ready for games to start.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hit a couple more comments. Siobhan, can't stop, man. They love you, bro.
I do what I can, man. I'm the people's capper giving out the people's picks.
My God, can't stop the cap is a fucking monster. Thanks for bestowing the opportunity for us to make money with you. And that's what we're trying to do, bro.
For sure.
Captain Clutch, you guys bet on NHL at all? I don't personally. I know people.
I don't either.
I don't need, yeah. So stay tuned.
Sorry, bro.
We may have, some guys that are, really tapped in with the NHL next season. And we may try and get them on, when the NHL season starts back. So just because we don't do it doesn't mean that we can't find somebody that does. So
True.
stay tapped in with us. Let's hit a best bet, man. We're gonna do our best bets and get up out of here, man. What's your best bet for tonight?
My favorite bet. I think my favorite two bets of the night is going to have to be the Dream Team total under in the first half and Jackie Young under her 19.5 points.
I like that. I made a bunch of plays. If I had to rank them all, they're all number ones. But I feel like I'm gonna give you guys a play where the number hasn't moved, because a lot of this stuff is moved already. I like that Lynx first quarter team total over 21.5.
I like that.
Yeah, I just don't think the Aces are going to have much in the way. There's not going to be a ton of resistance with no Asia and just their first quarter numbers. I love it. So for a best bet, I believe that. That's the Lynx team total first quarter over 21.5. You can get that on DraftKings. I believe it was minus 122 last time I looked. So there's some juice on it. Still like.
Nah, Juice is definitely worth the squeeze on that one. I like that play.
Yep. So we're gonna wrap it up, fellas, or not, fellas. I'm used to two people being on. We're gonna wrap it up, bro. 35 minutes on the dot. How you feel, man?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Thanks again for the opportunity to join the show, man. This is really fun. I like, I spend a lot of time doing the picks, so it's fun to be able to share how my mind works in a sense, for me to get from point A to point B on some of my plays. Because I'm sure some people are wondering, like, why are you choosing this or why are you choosing that? At least that's how I was when I first started learning this. Like, I was always trying to reverse engineer someone's plays. Like, even when I started watching Chris, I was like, all right, cool. Chris got to this play. How did he get to this play, though?
Yeah. It's great to have you, man. It's, the energy. I love
Thank
the
you,
energy.
bro.
Like, we gonna cash some tickets, man. Like, we
For
gonna,
sure.
we gonna cash some tickets, man. We're gonna have a profitable rest of the season of the W. And I just can't wait until the NBA season starts back in full, so we can really, go to work on that. But we got some months, man, and damn it, Pacers, man, you got to figure this shit out.
Man. And it's so funny, those two plays cash. I take those same two plays every time the Thunder played at home against the Pacers. They keep cashing.
Well, what plays did you make?
I took the first half total under, and then I took the Thunder on the spread.
Okay. I had 4 plays yesterday on that game, and they went 2-2. Hartenstein, I had that PRA, under 15.5. He got 16. So I feel good. Like, it should have been a profitable. It should have been 3-on-1, but whatever, man. I like it.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, but we gonna cash some tickets, man.
For sure.
So moving forward, for the listeners, we'll have a more defined schedule moving forward. Today we just got on because I wanted to get Can't Stop on with us, and the W slate was loaded too. So
yeah, for real.
Yeah, just wanted to get some plays out, and we're gonna have, like I said, a set schedule. You're gonna see a lot more of us on a regular basis. Look out for our shorts. So we might do shows maybe 3 days a week, but the shorts is going to be what you guys need to be tuned into, because Can't Stop, might get on with a short with his looks. I'll get on with shorts. G.O.B., when he can, he'll get on with shorts. But we just want to be able to deliver content to you guys.
Yep.
And not have to do a live show every day, because, life be life. You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
yeah, we still want to get content out and just share our plays, share our insight, and share some positivity, man. So, with that being said, Can't Stop. You got anything else, bro?
No, man. I'm already ready to get to the next show. I can't wait. This is fun.
Let's do it, man. Let's get it. And as always, man, we're gonna leave you with the wise words of the late great comedic genius John Witherspoon. Peace out, dog.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now. I'm going to try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.